first, then your coach Dan Hurley, then Tristan Newton. Congratulations to UConn on your championship.
Thank you.
Coach, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, it was a privilege. Obviously, as a player or coach, to be a part of the storied league and to MSG Big East Tournament. There's nothing like it. Conference tournament wise, there's just no comparison anywhere to what this place is like. And just to be a part of the history and tradition of some of the coaches and players that have won championships in this league is awesome feeling. And it was a privilege to play Marquette. I know I say that a lot, but I think those are two championship programs on the court. I think we mirror each other in so many ways, and I just have so much respect for Shaka. I have so much respect, for their team and the way they go about their program. I don't hear them tampering with players in the portal. It's a privilege to play against them. Classy program, championship program, and awesome, classy fans.
I'm going to start with Roger here on the left-hand side.
Yeah. About the overall #1 seed for the tournament, does that interest you? Was it important to you? Would it be important to you? Is it a thing that you would like?
We've done a lot of historic things. This guy, the guy next to me, have done some historic things in their 2-year run with us. I know we've never had gotten a #1 overall seed in program history, so this is a group that seems to be making history in a place that it's hard to make history. I don't know. I think you got to look at from the selection committee, what we did in the non-conference, what we did in conference regular season, and what we just did in the conference tournament. I think is the best that anyone's done through those 3 parts of the season. We've been the best team in college basketball. Obviously, March Madness, next week. Who knows what goes on there, but we've clearly been the best program in the country, this year.
Right here in the middle.
For Tristan and Donovan, with about 4 minutes left, you had the no-look time downloaded Donovan for the jam. Could you talk about the read there in that moment? Because that felt like the dagger, and for Donovan, the head tap after you got the crowd in it all game long. Talk about the environment here.
Coach drew up a great play. The ball was carrying the big heads, and I saw no help because we had a shooter in the corner. So Donovan rolled hard and just getting the ball down low. You see what he did today. So just getting the ball as much as we can down low and he'll finish for us.
Over here on the left side.
You guys put up 95 yesterday. Obviously, a tremendous offensive performance today. You hit a shot for most of the first half and relied on your defense. Where does that kind of versatility, being able to win different ways, come from?
I just think when you look at our metrics, I don't know if we'll stay #1 in offense, but I know we woke up this morning, we were #1 in the country in offense. We fell a little bit, defensively based on yesterday's how well St. John's played and the mistakes that we made. But there's just not a lot of holes in the way that we play. We've got great offense. We rebound the ball. We're an elite defensive team. We play so hard. Luke Murray and Kamani Young prepare this team for our opponents. We're deep, and we're deep with NBA players that are unselfish and about winning. And these guys have done this with a huge target this year. Huge target. We've gotten everyone's best game the entire year, and for what this group's done this year, it's been just a special season to this point.
Here on the left.
Coach, Jalen Stewart,
Can you get the mic, please?
in the run that sort of won you guys the game, he came up really big. Can you talk about what he's brought lately and what you can see him bringing towards the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, the Big East and college basketball in general, with the portal and COVID makes it tough on freshmen. Our league is especially tough on freshmen because the league is so physical. But we see on a daily basis what he displayed out there on the court. He built on yesterday's performance. He came in with a lot of confidence. he's a guy that, you know, like a number of our freshmen, if they wait their turn, there's gonna be some turnover from this year's team. You know, but you're looking at, you know, if somebody doesn't tamper him out of our program, all that shit's going on right now, it's crazy. You know, he's a future star. If you're looking at a future star at UConn.
All the way on the right, Mike.
Donovan, what does it mean to you to be able to perform like you did and accomplish what you guys did together tonight, being someone from Connecticut? I know you had a lot of family members in the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I saw how the game was going the first couple minutes and realized that, you know, I had to, you know, attack the glass and rebound the ball, you know, best I can and finish around the rim. You know, today I finally made my free throws. You know, so. You know, put the Connecticut jersey on and, you know, be able to represent the state of Connecticut, you know, means a lot to me. And, you know, I've grown up in Connecticut my whole life and watching, you know, UConn play. And, you know, so be able to be a part of history and be a part of something special like, you know, we've done last year and this year, you know, it means a lot to me.
Down in front chair.
For the players, how did it feel to start the game? Were you nervous in the beginning at all?
I mean,
It was a slow start.
I mean, I don't know about nervous. I mean, you know, we talk about, you know, we can compete with any type of game that's going on out there, or it's, you know, a fast game. You know, we just try to play the best defense possible and not let, you know, the up and down game happen. And, you know, we saw that shots weren't falling. You know, but, you know, we just gutted it out and, you know, kept doing what we're doing and really just talked about defense.
I want to hear what Tristan has to say.
I don't feel like we were nervous. They were playing good defense, and we were playing good defense. We weren't really nervous. It's just shot wasn't falling, and like we got into the huddle, we knew, you know, coach did a good job of telling us, you know, we're doing good job on defense. You know, they had 2 points, it was 2-0 for a long time, and I wouldn't say nervous or really worried throughout the whole game. We knew our offense would click, and you know that's what happened, and we ended up getting the win.
I was lying. We were playing like shit. And we looked like two teams that were playing on 3 straight days. So.
Zach, what do you think? Why you guys sometimes after you win a championship, hunger kind of leaves? Why do you think you guys have been able to have such a great year after winning a championship?
Just the culture, the type of people that we're able to get, and the way that we recruit them. I think, you know, again, I mentioned it before. I think, you know, we'll start looking at what our roster looks like. You know, once our season's over, you know, we're not, you know, doing what a lot of other programs are doing this time of year, even while they're playing, like, you know, through third parties, you know, trying to pull people off other teams. I think we've got a real culture, and it starts with the way we recruit people, how honest we are about what we stand for. You know, we stand for, you know, how hard we work, how we're about winning. You know, the personal development as men. We run an old school, you know, program with a real culture, and you can see it by how unselfish this group is. Another game, you know, on a night where we didn't shoot the ball that great, especially in the first half. Another 21 assist night of a team filled with NBA prospects. It speaks to just that we got great people.
Roger.
Tristan, about middle of the second half, you guys get into one of those like bursts where you guys get your separation from them. You know, you had a bunch of assists, maybe 5 points during it. Can you describe what it's like when you're in the middle of one of those runs, being a part of it?
Yeah, it feels amazing, you know. I got great teammates around me. It's not like I'm looking for my shot or anything. They find me. I think with the 3 that you're talking about, I came off a stagger from Donovan, and I think it was Cam. He found me for the open 3. So it was a great play calling, and you know, it just feels amazing. Everybody runs and everybody can score. So you know, just share the ball, and it'll be like that for a long time.
In front, I see that.
For Donovan and then Coach, Donovan, you put up a stat line that hadn't been seen in the Big East Tournament Finals since Patrick Ewing in 1984, 22 and 16 rebounds. How does that make you feel hearing, you know, Patrick Ewing's name next to your name, and then Coach, speak to maybe even a surprise in his development that you might not have foreseen when you first recruited him to the point where he's at now?
Yeah, I mean, to, you know, have my name against someone who, you know, who's a legend really in in basketball, in college basketball, and even at the next level, you know, it means a lot. But you know, I try not to let that stuff really get to my head, and really, you know, I'm just out here trying to help my team win any way possible. And you know, today I realized that, you know, I had to attack the glass best I can, and you know, I was just trying to be as strong as I can and finish through contact. And like I said, you know, knocking down my free throws definitely helped me.
Yeah, well then, don't listen to what I'm gonna say. Yeah, this guy, you know, last year he could have been, he would have been a top 20 pick in last year's draft, and accepted, you know, playing behind Adama, and you know, you know, embrace that, and is just an incredible, you know, person. You know, most players in his situation in the college game today, the agent would have been calling, the dad would have been calling, he would have been boycotting, you know, practice and being pissy and everything. But he, you know, he's a great guy, and obviously he's going to be a lottery pick, you know, coming up here in the very near future. But he just never makes it about himself. You know, he just never. It was just about team. He's got an incredible personality, and I've said this. You know, this guy next to me is somehow, you know, finds himself as still being an underrated player, which is incredible. You know, because he's going to be a 12 to 15-year NBA player. You know, but this guy right here, Donovan, he's one of the 2 or 3 most impactful players in college basketball. If your eyes don't, if you don't see that with your eyes, then look at the analytics.
All the way in the back.
Coach, at the second TV timeout of the second half, you would take Donovan out for a rest, and then all of a sudden you guys wanted a huge run. Donovan was dominating the game, and obviously you got to give him a rest at some point, but what were your thoughts of how the run has happened with Donovan on the bench, and were you surprised?
Well, you know, Donovan played 30, you know, tonight, and you know, he had played heavy minutes, and I think with Sampson, he just gives you that different look, you know, a little bit more aggressive in ball screen defense, you know, which, you know, allowed us to maybe stop Cam Jones from getting downhill a little bit more, backing the dribbler up. You know, but it was one of those things. It was you know, game 3, third day, you know, 2 champs. I mean, we're both championship programs that played with a level of desperation and urgency. But we eventually were able to find a rhythm and you know, get the separation. And I think that's what makes the team special. You know, Cam, you know, most teams in our situation, you know, Cam has 4. You know, Steph has 6, Alex has 6, but most of them came late. You know, most teams lose on nights like that, where 3 of your best players don't have good offensive games. That's what makes this team special.
This is going to be the last question, John.
Donovan, I thought you were every bit as dominant your first trip to Marquette. As a backup, you had 20 and 10. The fans were cheering for Snow to get back in the game, believe it or not. But is this just a good matchup for you? I mean, maybe they have more true forwards as good as they are.
I mean, I asked myself the same question. I don't know why, you know, I'm so dominant against, you know, this team. But you know, I just, maybe it's a good matchup for me, and you know, I'm able to, you know, just, I don't know. It's hard to say, but you know, like I said, I'm just here, just trying to impact the game in any way I can, play the best defense I can, and you know, just try to help my team win.
UConn, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.